Interesting encounter over in Group A in the Gold Cup as Costa Rica take on an unknown entity, that is Suriname. They've got hopes and dreams themselves, and they're going to cause a bit of a stir, I expect. But what about you? Let me know. We'll get into it next. So the CONCACAF Gold Cup is about to kick off with Costa Rica taking on Suriname in a battle for top 2 spots in Group A. Who will get off to the best possible start? We're going to take a look at that and much more next. That's right, folks. Back once again with another video today. We take a look at Costa Rica taking on Suriname. That's right, in one of the opening games in Group A. We'll get to it in a second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe button. You want to subscribe for Platinum Rovers, Gold Cup, World Football. We're going to all here under one roof. That's right. Costa Rica on paper should win this game, but Suriname, they are, of course, a force to be reckoned with. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you in a second. Big shout out to the members of the Patreons. You know who you are. But what we're going to do now, though, is jump into the match and take a little look at it in a bit more detail than shall we. Starting with Costa Rica. That's right, in the home dugout. And, of course, they'll fancy the chances in this match and in this group. They're coming at you, winning the preliminary round, secure the spot not that long ago, back on the 23rd of March, 2025. They've been at a tournament such as this 23 times, of course, 17 in the current rendition and a whole bunch in the old rendition. They were here last in 2023. Best performance in this rendition is 2002, where they were runners-up, but they were champions in the old school rendition back in 63, 69, and 89. They're currently ranked 54th in the world according to FIFA. My expectation is a quarter-final berth before we've kicked a ball, but that could change, especially after this game, because I think this is, besides the Mexico game, you know, one that you cannot lose, Costa Rica. But they're coming into this with the likes of these guys here, Keylor Navas. He may or may not be around. I think he may have packed it in, but this is a recent squad grab. Of late, we're going to get the official squads as we get a little bit closer. Patrick Sequeira is also competing. Anthony Walker as well. Up to the defensive ranks, we've got Jalen Mitchell from Feyenoord. We got the likes of Gerard Taylor out of Hearts up in Scotland. Jean Pablo Vargas as well, to try and add some variety into the defensive quarters. Into midfield, we got likes of Brandon Aguirre, Carlos Moria, Ariel Lassiter, and up top, likes of Manfred Ugarte, Alfonso Martinez, Kenneth Vargas as well. So, a bit of a selection box for Costa Rica. Coming into this is their most recent lineup with Seguero between 6, Calvo, Cascante, Mitchell making up a back 3. Into midfield, we've got like Laster, Aguera, Gallo, and Taylor. Ugalde, Zamora, and Okoya complete the 4-3-3 formation for Costa Rica. Their resume coming into this, though, looks like this. They, of course, got Trinidad and Tobago in their World Cup qualifiers. They've got to get that done as well because they are one of the powerhouses remaining in the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. That's Costa Rica and Trinidad are a force to be reckoned with themselves. Anyway, the Gold Cup, though, they're taking on Suriname right here, right now. Then they take on the Dominican Republic on the June 18th in match number 2. They'll complete the trio against Mexico in what could be an absolute cracking game. And it could be a game decides who finishes top, who finishes second, or it could be just a game to seal qualification, because Suriname ain't no slouches, guys. They're coming into this with a point to prove. And, of course, they've been on the radar for a little bit in the CONCACAF regions, but now this could be the time that they actually really get stuck into it. They're coming out as preliminary round winners, secured the spot on the 25th of March, 2025. They've been here 4 times in total, 2 times in the most recent stage, 2 times in the old school format. Last time around was back in 2021, so they did miss the last time. They did finish group stage in that tournament, but 6th place back in 1977. They were ranked 137th in the world according to FIFA. My expectation before we even kick a ball was group stage exit, but I'm coming into this maybe with a bit of a change of heart. That's right. This is the squad then. Again, a massive squad here, and I don't think you should look into this too much just yet. It will get condensed after the qualifiers in the World Cup. But look at that, 2, 4, 6, 7 goalkeepers to choose from. So who starts? I don't even know. But into the defensive ranks, you got some bigger names. You got likes of Kenneth Powell, formerly in the books of QPR, just been released. Argini Jack Steele also been released by Middlesbrough alongside Ricardo Haps as well for Venezia over in Italy. Then into the midfield spots, you got the likes of Garano Kirk. We got the likes of Inmelo Parini out of Hamburg. And up top, likes of Sherrada Becker from Sociedad. Dylan Vente of Svola. Some familiar names from the Dutch leagues, from La Liga, and also from English football as well. But this is a lineup that you can imagine for Suriname. They got likes of Vassen between the 6, Haps, Pinas, Van Geraldes, and Jick Steele. The likes of Pal into midfield there, Malone, Margret, Kirk, Jupitana, and Vicha up top. That's a recent lineup for Suriname, but will it be the starting one? Probably not. Probably expecting a lot of changes, a lot of rotation as well. This is their run in here, taking on El Salvador in the World Cup qualifiers first and foremost. Then they'll reduce the squad dramatically, and they'll take on Costa Rica in this match, of course, on June the 15th. Then it is Mexico, they'll tree on June the 18th on Wednesday. Then it's Dominican Republic on the June 22nd, which, of course, you must win that game. Pick up a point off against Costa Rica and Mexico, and who knows? 4 points could be enough to finish in the top two. That's the agenda, I would imagine, for Suriname. Win this game, pick off a point between these two, and then who knows? Coming out of the Snapdragon Stadium, Costa Rica, though, with Miguel Herrera is the coach there. 3 wins on the spin for them. Up against Suriname under Stanley Menzo, 3 wins on the spin for them coming into this. Now, they played 4 times in 2008. There's been 3 wins for Costa Rica, nothing for Suriname. There's been 1 draw. Costa Rica do have a 7-0 win on the record. They got 14 goals scored in those 4, picking up 3.50 goals a game on average. Suriname, though, have scored 3 goals in those 4 matches, picking up 0.75 goals a game. But did drop a poll on this one. 67% of the vote have gone in favour of Costa Rica, with actually 73% have gone in favour of Costa Rica. Suriname 13%. The draw is at 13% also. The bookies back Costa Rica as well, 20-11 on for the victory. 5-1 is your Suriname. 29-10 is the draw here. But sometimes football's a little bit different. Sometimes there's a surprise package in the mix. Sometimes it's what's least expected that comes out on top. Today, I'm not going full kilt on Suriname, but I'm going to go that they're going to give something for this game. I think they'll raise it up. A lot of pressure on the shoulder of Costa Rica. I think Suriname have a extra life in that Mexico game. They don't need to necessarily win that game, but if they were to get something out of this, and they could actually win this game, Suriname. I'm going to give them a draw. I think Costa Rica are a good squad. They definitely have some talent in there, and will definitely be one of the major forces in this competition. But this game will define that. This actually could see Costa Rica struggle to get out of the top two, out of this group, and actually could put Suriname in a better position. Again, the Dominican Republic game for both of these two clubs, or both of these two nations, is monumental. Getting that goal difference up. So we'll see. But I'm going to back Suriname to get something out of this. I'm going to go with the 1-1 draw. Let me know your thoughts and opinions as we look forward to that game and much more. But until then, Gold Cup non-stop coverage right here at Blackburn Overseas. Make sure you subscribe. Special like, catch you later. But until then, we are done.